For the Americans, the war in the Pacific had been a costly yet successful campaign.
In August of 1945, Japan had clearly been beaten. American and Allied forces could take any position they wished in the Pacific if they were willing to accept the casualties.
Dr. Rob Citino is the senior historian at the World War II Museum in New Orleans.
It looks a bit unprecedented that one side has clearly been beaten, and yet the violence seems to be ratcheting up, getting worse and worse as the Allies have really now approached Japan's doorstep.
Smashing at Japan's home islands in 9 days of continuous bombardment.
The U.S. had a choice, an invasion of Japan requiring 1 million troops or a top-secret weapon. The Japanese were given an ultimatum: surrender or suffer dire consequences.
That, of course, leads to the next major act in the drama. A single plane carrying a single bomb takes off from Tinian and drops that bomb over Hiroshima and kills 50 to 60 to 70,000 people. We are now into a completely new era.
Perhaps 100,000 people incinerated in seconds.
The first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, a military base. We won the race of discovery against the Germans. We have used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans. We shall continue to use it until we completely destroy Japan's power to make war.
My feelings really were aroused when I suddenly heard great shouting and people running through the corridors and telephones picked up to book tables to celebrate, and I felt a bit sick. The thought that people celebrated the instantaneous killing of some 100,000 or so.
Los Alamos, a great elation. Everybody was running around and dancing and singing and being very wild because they'd been working on some kind of a thing and they succeeded. Here and there was an individual who would stand in a hall and look morose and say, "This is a terrible thing." But we'd all forgotten what a terrible thing it was, and I thought he was fooling. But I realize now he was one of the few sensible people in the mad excitement.